so nice. I mean, a lot of small details went into this. It's just I couldn't be happier with it.
Such a nice way to remember such a great season, and you can't really beat a dead horse when you talk about accomplishment, personal accomplishment, sacrifice, winning with teammates. As you get this ring, what's the reflection that first comes to mind as you look at? What do you think about when you stare into that baby?
Well, like you said, I did have a lot of personal accomplishments last season, but none of those can compare to seeing this ring. Like, this is what it was all about, and for 4 years, this is all we wanted, and we're so happy that we won this.
One of the big themes really throughout this whole ring ceremony, I talked about it early on, and then of course it was talked about quite a bit, was believe in great, which is inscribed inside that ring. What did that phrase mean to you, and how did that kind of maybe encapsulate what you experienced with your brothers in 2019?
Well, I'm actually wearing the bracelet right now, believe in great. They, a few games into the season, when we were actually not going through a great spell, our coaches gave us these bracelets, and we kind of, I mean, that was the phrase for the rest of the season, believe in great, and we started playing better, and so, I don't know, I'm not very superstitious, but soon after we got these bracelets, we started winning, and yeah.
So if my follow-up was, you were 2-3-3, if I remember right, and then you wind up going 8-1-1 in your last 10, but 5 wins in a row up until that game in the NCAA tournament. Aside from maybe the bracelet, the good luck bracelet, what clicked? What on the pitch do you think was the difference? What got this team turned around?
We had so much talent last season, and I think that for some of the earlier games in the season, we tried to defend and sit back a little bit and hit teams on the counterattack, but then later on in the season, we kind of figured out that our offense is better than almost anybody we play, so we just started full-out attacking, sending both fullbacks forward, and teams just couldn't defend us. We scored so many goals. We were really dangerous going forward, and I think that's why we had so much success in the second half of the season.
And I know you're a team player and a team guy, so obviously the goals are great, but what did it mean to you to see Regson Watkins get a chance in that finals game? And remember, he had goals in the 2 games prior, but to see him get that game winner inside of 5 minutes, what did that look like to you? What do you process? What did you see in that moment?
That was awesome. Regs is one of my best friends, and I think he deserved to be on the field more last season, but unfortunately there was just no room for him sometimes, and I'm so happy for him that he got to score the biggest goal in our program's history.
Yeah, you think about that, right? Like, to make the most of one's moment. Some guys can't step up and deliver, some guys can, and Rex definitely, when the spotlight was the brightest, was able to come through. So what's next for Rene White? Talk about what you're going through with this whole pandemic, trying to get yourself, ready for another soccer season. What's next for you?
Not exactly sure. It was going to work out really well for me to have my final season this fall, because I'm graduating in December, but now I'm trying to kind of plan out my future. I'm not really sure. I might stay for my master's, and I would be able to play in the spring and fall, so trying to figure that out right now.
Well, there's been so many memories, and obviously what you've done, you had to sit out a year too, so you too were on a sideline watching other guys perform in the spotlight, but it seemed like it was all worth it. And before I let you go, I guess my last question, if we don't get that luxury of seeing Rene White back on the pitch here in NJIT one last time, what are your memories of this place, and what is maybe your fond way of summarizing what you've been able to accomplish at NJIT?
Well, I'll really never forget this season, and it's all about the ASUN championship for me. That's something that I'll remember forever.
Yeah. Well, it's well earned. Wear that ring with pride for a very long time, and every time you look at it, remember those brothers that you had and the accomplishment, because it's a very few and far between, and in an institution like this where academics is so important, to see athletic accomplishment is very special, and you were a headliner in that group, so congratulations and enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you.